Matt, it brings us to a segment called
CinemaWAR.
The War. It works like this. Me and Matt were battling on a topic. Our guest, Pat McDonald, is playing judge and jury and telling the jawheads at home who he thinks won the Cinema War. It's important because we're battling for jaw time to rant and rave on whatever we want. Matt, you said something ridiculous about Thanos. Phil, what's today's Cinema War topic?
Today's Cinema War topic: has Marvel created the best movie? Yes, movie, not Marvel, but movie villain of all time with Thanos. Matt, you're going to be fighting for yes. Absolutely. Rye, you're saying, Matt, you're out of your mind. Let this Infinity Cinema War begin.
Ryan, balance must be restored to the Cinema Jaw universe. When we talk about what makes a great villain, it's this: physical menace, relentless pursuit of evil goals, and the brains to actually pull it off. No one has more of these three things than the Mad Titan, Thanos. He is the best movie villain of all time.
Hold your horses here, Matt. Matt K., I tell you, your Marvel fandom has clouded your judgment. Thanos, best movie villain ever? What? He's not even the best Marvel villain. Since I'm not the biggest fan, I pulled up a Google search to get other names so that I could fight you with here in the Marvel.
Sure. Yeah, I knew you would do this. Go ahead, go.
So I typed in best Marvel villain. Collider website was the first article I pulled up, and so I clicked on it. They have Thanos listed 7th, okay? They have Loki number 1, and they also have villains that are much better, as in Killmonger, Vulture, Ego, and Red Skull. All much better than Thanos.
Okay, Red Skull, no way. Loki is not a villain anymore.
They listed it.
He's a hero now. Okay, look, I can name a slew of villains, but I think we all agree, ready, that Darth Vader topped this list before, right? Both Thanos and Vader are twisted father figures. Both are powerful, but Thanos ekes out the win. Vader was redeemable, just like Loki. Vader was also not the big bad the Emperor was. We all knew Vader would be a good guy in the end. Thanos is unwavering. He is in command, and he wins against the good guys. He is more villainous than Darth Vader.
Okay, I was just at C2E2, the big Comic-Con here. Crazy super fans galore. They love to dress up as everything and everyone, including Darth Vader, who you just mentioned, Matt. How many people were dressed up like Thanos? None.
It's a tough cosplay, right? You're basing your argument on a cosplay.
Oh, you should see the cosplay at these events. That does not count, Matt. I've seen
Vader
everything.
is easy as hell.
No, I've seen every cosplay at this thing.
It's also been around. Also, Vader's been around for 35 years.
I've seen everything imaginable. And why? Because nothing is very memorable about him. Great villains have some type of weapon, a famous line, or they breathe heavy. Thanos has nothing.
Are you shitting me?
No,
he's no
memorable
weapon. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet.
No swearing.
He's got the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, one thing that makes a great villain, like Killmonger, for example, is when we can see their side of the equation. Thanos is not evil from his point of view. His idea of balance is horrible. It's a horrible galactic genocide, but he's doing what he thinks is right, and he will not stop. Interestingly, that's also the main quality of a hero. Thanos is the hero in his own mind, and that's what makes him so interesting.
Okay, I don't want to just stick to Marvel here, because you did say best movie villain ever.
Yeah.
So I did a search.
Who you got?
Right? AFI, American Film Institute, did top movie villains not long ago. Here's just the top 5.
Yeah, but before Endgame.
Just top 5. Hannibal Lecter, Norman Bates, Darth Vader, Wicked Witch of the West, Nurse Ratched. Oh my God. Thanos not in this league at all, Matt K. His performance was not deep enough, it was not complicated enough, and it was not, I should say, as much as I liked Brolin's performance, it just wasn't strong enough compared to those performances to say best movie villain of all time.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's scary and all, but really? Come on. Another thing to be considered, honestly, is the Joker, right? That's the elephant in the room. Both guys like purple and murder. But the Joker's mythos is too cloudy. And honestly, same with all those other characters, too. Is he a gangster? Is he an anarchist? Is he a failed comedian? He's whatever I guess he is. And he is a great villain, but Thanos is not a mystery. He is what he is. He's tall, dark, and deadly. And I think I could punch out the Joker, but I would poop in my pants if I met Thanos in a dark alley.
All right, I'll leave you with this, guys. Another knock I have against Thanos is he is CGI. I don't believe in him. Thus, I don't truly believe in his actions. Thus, I do not truly, I should say, I'm not truly scared of him. Did it work in the world he was set in? Sure. But did he provide a menacing presence that transcends the Marvel films and becomes his own horror like the great villains I mentioned have? No. Thanos does not crack the top 100 in my book, let alone the best of all time. Put down your infinity pipe, Matt. Your eyes are as red as Red Skull's head.
Red Skull. Whatever, man.
We are button heads here as we do each and every week. We throw it to Pat. What do you think of this Cinema War?
Well, here's the problem I have with it. You simply put him as the greatest villain in cinema history. I'm writing down things like Norman Bates, the No Country for Old Men, the Javier Bardem character, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And Joker, he fell into a vat of acid. That's his origin.
That's not. We're going to get a Joaquin Phoenix one that's going to be completely different. And
his skin turned white, his lips turned. All right. But anyway, I unfortunately, your premise was a little too broad for me. I'm going to go with Mr.
Thank you.
Rye, the movie guy. Or music guy, too. Rye, the movie guy.
Thank you. I actually told Matt, what a joke of a idea that you would think that Thanos
I don't think it's a joke.